In previous tutorials, we animated our object. So right now, let's animate our camera, and I want to do this freehand. So what we're doing, we'll just set key point for the camera, similar to what we've done for our model. So in this case, I'm just previewing this window exactly the same what I want to see from my camera. So example, if I go out a little bit from this way and I'm on the first frame, okay, let's go to select our cameras. Here, right here, I have my camera set, and you can see my positioning and rotation, same thing. So I'm going to animate this. Go to set animation key all, and let's do same for the rotation as well. So in some cases, the animated freehand, it's much easier because we don't need the actual timeline. I can go start scrolling and I see where's my element flying, and actually I notice right here it's touching the ground. So I want to pop up. Let's do this one as we're doing right now. So we'll go object, flyby, we have it right there, and we'll go to select object, flyby, and we'll just bring it just slightly up higher. Notice because we on a keyframe, and when I'm modifying, you see what's happening? It's still kind of going this way. So when you change, you don't necessarily will take this, except if we key all. So when we add a key, it will start remember from that point. And if you don't do this, even you adjust and it's showing the green as a key, as soon when you start moving, it will reset to original. So you actually need to click in options and set key all or remember that position. Okay, so right here and next what I want to do, okay, let's go back to my camera view. Okay, and it's kind of moving around, so what I want to take my camera follow. So let's do this way. I'll take my camera, maybe position a little bit this way, and coming closer, right there. Okay, when we're done, let's go ahead and add key to all. Okay, and now if I move back, and you notice it does not change, so the camera is still same. The actual reason is why we don't set key. Key still be exactly the same for the camera. So let's go look back, and this is kind of need to keep it in mind when you do freehand, that our camera still be right here. So actually I did not key it. I changed my view, but I did not set to my camera. So let's go right here and set current render. So we'll go again, move it to about right there where our key was. Okay, it's still same, remember, key position, but it does not change. So I'm going to bring my camera back where I want it, to view. Okay, we'll go bring right here maybe. Okay, and this time what I want to do before key, I want to have it copy current settings. So I change, and now I want to set the key to this. Okay, let's go back, and now you can see how our camera start moving with our object. So let's go move object a little bit more out. Okay, we'll take our camera, maybe even a little bit higher going. Okay, positioning. Again, remember, when we're done on a new place, we want to copy the camera position inside and add key to this. Okay, let's go to next. And I notice it's like, whoa, look on that. It's gone way underground. So my model, so I will need to adjust. And let's go to this point. And we'll just look camera down there. Okay, so we'll set on our camera. I'll come back to okay, I want to show my camera set to this one. Okay, and I will need to readjust my object a little bit higher, but it will be easy because our camera is following right now. Okay, we go right there. We just position this way. Copy. Let's add our animation key, and most time I will use the drop down, not hotkeys, so you can see what I'm actually doing here. Okay, and we'll go move a little bit more this way. We'll make our camera come closer. Reposition this way. Same copy position for the camera. Add our keys. And here's our last point. We'll just come way closer. And I know I will readjust my subject so it will be a little bit right in this area. And we'll just kind of position right here. Copy and set key. Okay. So next I want to be sure my model or my object it's set properly. So it's meaning it does not jump or going other places. Let's go to beginning. And we can go over. You can see, okay, we have right here. And there's our object start going down below. So we can go to this key and we can take and bring up. So maybe around this area. And remember, we want to set remember key for us. So in this case, when we go back, you can see it's kind of start flying, going around, and again disappearing in our kind of in a mountain. So let's go right here to this point. Again, green is kind of help us to know where the key. And mostly I'm done this so I don't need to open my animations and look on a keyframe inside the animation windows. So you can do just on the bottom as well. Okay, we're done with this. Let's go to set animation key to all. Okay, and now we kind of gone inside the mountain, I think. So we go right there. Yeah, I think we're curving right there, not good. Okay, so we'll go set this one up. Again, this is our freehand kind of animation, and we're going all the way down. Okay. So let's go take this one, bring up, leave it more to the center, and maybe bring camera afterwards more close up to this as well. Okay, so let's go see how our curve will work. And you notice right here we see our animation path going for our camera as well. Okay, so there you go, we start from one side. And we're going around, kind of fly by, follow object, object flying away. And we'll chasing and catching up with our object. Okay, on this point, let's go switch back to our camera. And we can see our position. And as I said before, I just want to get way closer to this object. Maybe not slightly above. Probably around this way. Remember, for the camera, we need copy position to the current and set the key for this. Okay, let's go back to beginning, and we can click play and we can preview how our camera moving and how fast is our object. So we follow, and there we're coming. Okay, so both of these, if you look, it was freehand kind of animation for the camera and for the object. So all what I did is set up very basic keyframes on the points, and I know my animations use it easy in, easy out. So it's kind of with curving moves, so it's not linear stop, very hard angle. So it's utilize some of those curvings by default, and this is how we pre-animate. We'll look on some other advanced mode animation, but right now this point I want to actually render preview, so we can go and see how it will look. Before render preview, let me modify a few things. One of them, I actually want to change slightly coloring on texturing on our mountains. It's kind of the last of those effect. So what I want to do, and it is flow, so let's go switch flow to something brighter, way less saturated, almost like salty kind of flow down. Okay, I think this will work. So kind of like blending almost light, so we can see maybe just a little bit darker. So our flows, I just want to see those flows a little bit better when we're going over. Okay, we have coverage. We can also add some a little bit more effects to this, but I think that's look good. Okay, good on this one. Let's, as a test, what I want to do is go inside the render module, and right here I want to render to the disk. And couple things as a preview. One, I want actually low quality, so I'm taking everything down because this is purely just for me to see how it will work. I don't want even motion blur this time, so I will disable that. We'll go to effects, anti-blooming, so we'll remove this one. Again, to reduce some of the rendering time, because that is just to test. Okay, our advanced is fine for this, we'll just keep it. And a sequence right here where I want to specify. So we render as multiple TFF options, and I will use the external application after to put them together. Okay, so we'll set path. Also sequence I want to remove because we have a 240 as our last one. Step sequence 1. And sometimes you maybe want modify if you want have it just very even less preview. Right now it will be 24 frames per second. So I want every step. And we're going sequence. I don't worry about animation check. TF options, it's 8-bit with compression. If you need it higher, you probably want to go 16-bit non-compression, but it will be creating bigger image. But again, the quality will be much better. Okay, and let's go ahead and click render sequence. So right now it will take a little bit time till it's render every single image. I'm going to pause this tutorial and come back when render is completed. Okay, so right here it's finished render. Let's assemble as preview inside the Premiere.